Welcome to another concert in the Oakville Symphony's virtual recital series. Today it's our great pleasure to present the sisters Kendra and Maya Grittani, two wonderful cellists who are also part of the Young Artists program of the Oakville Symphony. The program today contains works for two cellos and also solo cello works. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our series sponsor, the Yusuf Warren Foundation, the Morrison family in memory of the late Ian Morrison, and also John Postle, who is the musician sponsor for today. Enjoy the concert.
Hi there, my name's Kendra Grittani.
And my name's Maya Grittani.
So Maya and I are sisters. We both play cello. Music's very important in our family. It kind of started with our grandmother. She grew up playing piano and she was a piano teacher, and so then she made sure that her children also played music. Our mom's also a cellist, and it's kind of a rule in our family for all the kids. You have to play an instrument until you're 18. You don't have to go into music. It just happens to be what Maya and I have chosen. We just finished recording not too long ago. It was quite an experience, not quite the same as actually performing for an audience. So generally when we're performing, we have to isolate the movements of a piece. We have to do the recording in many takes. We'll have an entire setup time with all the cameras and the microphones. We have a sound check. We rehearse in the space. And then we have to get ourselves in the mode of performing even though there's nobody there. So we're very excited for the opportunity and for you guys to hear the music, but it's a lot more of a different process, especially during COVID, than if we were actually performing this recital live for you. was postponed 4 times. Originally it was supposed to happen at the beginning of the year, and with everything going on, the government restrictions didn't allow us to record, so we had to keep putting it off. So we kept preparing the music, but we didn't really have a date that we were preparing the music for. There's not a lot of cello duets out there. It's not a very known ensemble, just because it's a very low register. Generally when you have a duet, a duo, you want to have something that's the higher register, something that's a lower register. I mean, so you'll see it a lot in this piece where one of us is going to be way up high and the other person is going to be playing accompaniment in the lower register, which does make it pretty challenging. The composer Glière was composing in the 1900s, same era as Cassadó. He was the most prolific composer at the time in Russia, where he was composing. Each movement is like a little miniature picture of Russia during the time that he lived there and grew up. I think probably one of my favorites is number 9. It's a very kind of barren piece, and it's very cold, and it's a depiction of Siberia. The Bach Cello Suites, a very widely known collection of solo cello music. I don't think there's a single cellist out there who hasn't at least played the prelude to the first suite. Why do you think they're performed so often?
Well, because it's an unaccompanied piece that you can play. There aren't that many unaccompanied pieces for cello, so I think a lot of cellists just have that in their repertoire so that they can bring it out anywhere. It's
very
really
portable.
Easy. Yeah. And they're not only are they beautiful and like musically complex, but they're really good for your technique. Like the first suite, it's like easier, and then as you progress onto the sixth suite, which is the hardest. In fact, it was written for 5-string cellos, so really difficult to do on a 4-string cello.
Very difficult.
But So
why did you choose this suite?
I chose the 4th suite because I heard a peer play it and I thought it was really pretty. And it's definitely very, very technically challenging because of the weird key signature of E flat major. You gotta constantly be doing this with your hand. But yeah, it's very fun and very pretty. So, why did you choose to play the Cassadó solo suite for cello?
It's been something that I've been really wanting to work on for a long time. When I was in my first year of my undergraduate, I learned the first movement, and I just kind of never really had a chance to perform it, didn't finish the whole thing, and just left it alone. But when this opportunity came along, it was a chance for me to learn something during COVID completely from scratch and perform something and just work on something by myself without a teacher outside of my master's. So it was a really great opportunity to work on this. It also does relate to the solo Bach suites. He was very much inspired by the Bach cello suites. He was composing around the 1900s, around the time that the Bach cello suites became popularized. So when he heard of them, he decided that he wanted to write a solo suite. So the movements, there's a prelude, and then there's several dances throughout the two other movements. So he very much was copying the Bach suite form of a prelude followed by dances. The prelude also has a zarabanda dance in it, which is very similar to the saraband, which is one of the movements in the Bach cello suites. And then the last movement is a jota, which is a type of Spanish dance. You hear the Spanish guitar influence as well as like the castanets for when people are dancing. So that's our program. I hope you guys enjoy it. We really enjoyed preparing it. And
Thank you for listening.
yeah.